the village thief. The horn of the gods sounded so loud very early in the morning. It was always a fearful thing. The sound of the horn signifies that something terrible has happened, something unheard of, something considered an abomination. Who could have defied the gods? Ajali asked his wife as he struggled to gather his wrapper around his waist. What abomination is this? Oke cursed under his breath as he wore his cap. What would this act bring? The women pondered together as they filed out of their huts while the men raced towards the shrine. The land of Akaeze has known prosperity for years now. The gods blessed the people immensely with livestock, and their crops yielded so much. Every farmer was always proud of the farm produce. The yam tubers could measure up to the waist of a man in height, and little swamplands yielded bags of rice. Corn, ekide, edo, and azama were so plenteous. People were happy, and the women fully supported their men. In gratitude to the gods, people always brought gifts of their different produce. Every man gave what he raised. These gifts were tagged for the gods. The items became sacred once the priests received them. Everyone knew the priests were dedicated to serving the gods and did not farm. The offerings made to the gods fed the priests. The priests raised livestock that they received and took from them to make blood sacrifices and burnt offerings. The resources for the gods grew. They had bags of grains, goats, sheep, cows, and chickens in large numbers. Among the livestock was a very big fattened cow. It was known as Akaeze. This cow has lived the longest. It was particularly fattened to represent the hearts of the gods towards the people. No one is allowed to touch the cow, not to mention to do it any harm or kill it. Life went on well. The men farmed, women cared for the home, and children played during the day and returned to their parents at night. In the evening, clans gathered in their village square, and the old men told stories to the children under the moonlight. Everything was fine until one day, the whole village awakened to the sound of the horn, the dreaded horn of the gods. Abomination was heard in different directions. Some people spat on the floor and heaved their shoulders to show they did not stand for evil. Others simply snapped their fingers and raised their hands to heaven to show they were innocent. Women started gathering together in their various compounds, and the men hurried towards the shrine. At the shrine, the priests were working quickly, making sacrifices to appease the gods. The king and his chiefs were standing on one side, contemplating what should be done to ensure the gods accept their offerings and plead for mercy. When the sacrifice was over, the high priest removed the lid from his mouth and spoke. Something unheard of has happened. Akaeze has been stolen. The gods are angry. If we do not find the thief and bring him to justice within 8 market days, the gods will unleash their wrath on the land. He paused and then added, "The gods have spoken. We have come up with a way to investigate this effectively." The king spoke up. "Right now, we want everyone to return to their homes. Njoku, the town crier, will bring you words on what to do." With that, the crowd dispersed, and the king, the chiefs, and the priests planned the modalities. In the evening, the gong sounded, and everyone listened intently as the town crier spoke. "If you are the one who stole the cow," he started, The king and the priest have decided to give you a chance to present yourself at the shrine latest by Nkwo Market Day. This is 2 days from now. He paused. This is from the gods and the king, he added, beating 3 strokes on his gong to show his message has ended. Days passed. People lived in apprehension, waiting for news that a thief came forward. They prayed day and night to the gods, asking them not to allow evil to befall the whole village because of the ill-thought-out act of one man. The land has been prosperous. Why would anyone steal? Not to mention stealing the property of the gods. As the people prepared to go to bed on the night of Nkwo Market Day, the town crier's gong sounded again. Listen, everyone, he started. The gods and the king have sent me. They want you to know that no one came forward. The thief has not been found. Everyone is to gather in front of the shrine at sunrise tomorrow, being Eke Market Day. There, you'll be told what's next. He paused. The gods and the king have spoken. Ended. At sunrise, the villagers gathered at the shrine. No one went to the farm or market. Soon enough, the king and the chief priest emerged from the inner chamber of the shrine. I would have said now, but what is good about the morning? The king started. Let's go straight to why we are here. He paused. Since the thief refused to come forward, the king continued, we have devised a way to catch him. Aided by the gods, today we will avert this evil and the dark clouds will go away from this village. First, the women and children should move to the right and all the men to the left. The crowd quickly separated accordingly. Then, focusing on the men, the king continued, every man will come forward. Take 3 seeds of osensi from the clay pot the chief priest will show you. You are to eat the pepper, sing the song to swear to the gods to kill you if you are the culprit, then jump over the oven. It does not matter your size or strength. The priests have made the appropriate sacrifices. If you are not the thief, you will jump across with ease. If you are the thief, you will fall into the oven. He stopped and looked around. The men nodded, except Evie, the village thief. Everyone knew him well. He had been caught in the act on many occasions, but after he lost a finger trying to steal the giant catfish caught by Akaeze, the famous fisherman, during the last New Yam festival, he claimed to have given up the act. People did suspect him this time, but they had no proof that he had stolen anything recently. Everyone wished he wasn't the one. For the consequence of this very act, they hoped it was an outsider, someone who did not know the land, the rules, or the gods. Evie murmured to himself. He was preparing his charm. He hoped not to be caught. The talisman has helped him so far. No one knew he never gave up stealing. The stolen items that their cases have remained unsolved were his doing. He trusted his charm would help him this time as well. I will go first, the king's voice called him back to present. I am also a man. With that, the king set down his crown, walked to the chief priest, took 3 seeds of osensi from the clay pot, filled them, and sang. After singing, he jumped over the oven. The people cheered, and one by one, all the men jumped over the oven. The last to come was Evie. Everyone watched as he stepped forward, took a little stone from his pocket, blew on it, and muttered some words. He then took 3 seeds of those sensi and ate. Then he sang. After singing, he jumped, but despite his long legs and strong muscle, he fell into the pit. The gods took his life. The villagers dispersed and went home in peace. There was nothing to be said by anyone. The gods did warn us, but all the priest said and retired to the shrine.